Yeah, guys, I just mentioned this, but I listened to some of the stuff I just mixed again, and it had this. It was not my project anymore. It was like an alien project, and I sounded like a man with a laptop instead of a man with a piano, and it had this alien delivery as opposed to a natural delivery. It was very genuine before, and so I'm glad I caught that before I started releasing this weird techno project that I've never recognized before. All right, we're getting ready to come at you for day 2 of recording and mixing and marketing for Just Another Fantasy. Took a couple days off. Needed to kind of clear my head, do some cool stuff down here in Clearwater, Florida. And yeah, we're ready to go back to recording and mixing and editing, and hopefully we'll get some good footage for you guys. Some educational material for all you musicians out there or people who just want to see what we got going on over here. Alright guys, I want to give you a breakdown of how Just Another Fantasy was written. It was written around 2019, 2020, when I was at the Sugar Shack in Fountain. I was staying there, spinning my wheels. And the things that you want to keep in mind for this song in particular, and maybe even with your own writing, are things like chord vocabulary, rhythm, and picking patterns or strumming patterns. So on the chord vocabulary bit, I used to play this song. See if you can identify it. It's a Jimi Hendrix tune, and he plays it something like this. So that's Third Stone from the Sun by Jimi Hendrix, and that's one that I learned how to play when I was in high school. Really fell in love with that tune the first time I heard it. Ask me about that the first time I heard that song sometime. You gotta ask me in private. So yeah, that's a song I always played and I really like to play. And I just thought those chords were just super beautiful. And he uses like a bebop scale, and it's got like this psychedelic jazzy feel to it. And I just loved listening to that recording. I loved playing that song, and I really loved the chords and how beautiful they were. I'm going to get a clean tone on my amp real quick and kind of show you something behind Just Another Fantasy, which was my third single from Liberated Dissonance, coming August 13th. Also, there's a picking pattern in this song, and the picking pattern is actually from Stairway to Heaven. It's been years since I've played this, but the Stairway to Heaven picking pattern is something like... And it's kind of got this... picking pattern where sometimes he's strumming the third string and the sixth string, and sometimes he's strumming one string, and it's a picking pattern. And you know, really, if you learn different picking patterns, the whole universe will open up for you. There's just like an unlimited potential. It's exponential how many different things you can do with one picking pattern. You can take one picking pattern and you can do just a million different things with it. So, with Just Another Fantasy, I took the Jimi Hendrix chords that I had in my vocabulary. I use them for improv, I use them for other reasons, and I took those chords and I applied the Led Zeppelin picking pattern, and I got something like this. So that's the Jimi Hendrix chords. With the Stairway to Heaven picking pattern. And so then I thought that sitting on those two chords was good. It was nice. It kind of inspired me to continue writing that song. And there was another song, actually it's called Till Tom Special by the Benny Goodman Orchestra with Charlie Christian on guitar back in 1939. And the rhythm of that goes something like this. So it's not a straight 4 rhythm. Sometimes he's hitting you with a straight 4, and sometimes he's changing the chord on the 3rd beat, and sometimes he's changing the chord on the 2nd beat, and sometimes he's playing straight 4 all the way through. And so I kind of remembered a lot of my other stuff had this very 4/4 symmetric feel, and so I wanted to mix it up. So I went down the fretboard with that same shape, because I have that chord in my vocabulary, which is key that you have a wide vocabulary. Just like you need vocabulary in English to form better sentences, you need better vocabulary in music to write better music. So a lot of times learning other people's pieces can help you with your own writing indirectly. So I slid down the fretboard from here to here, and I also kind of mixed up that pattern. Instead of a straight 4 pattern, I used a mixed pattern like Charlie Christian would. So we got something like this. Here's the switch. Again. And in this last chord, I wanted something really crunchy and dissonant, and that didn't make much sense. I wanted something that nobody has done before. I didn't want the same old feel. And so I pulled this chord out from Lou Reed, Take a Walk on the Wild Side. It's like a form of C add 6 or something. I'm not sure what the chord is called, but it's kind of got this dreamy, airy feel to it, like the rest of the song does, but diatonically and tonally, it doesn't really mix with the other chords, but that's okay. So we got... And then I would repeat. I'd go back up the fretboard. And I thought it was a lot of fun, and I didn't really think of it becoming a song. It was just a little progression that I like to play to kind of warm up my fingers on a finger picking, because usually I use a flat pick, but sometimes I like to finger pick instead. So I would play that. I'd play that progression over and over again, and I'd have a lot of fun with that. And anyway, when I was improvising and having fun in my room at the Sugar Shack, at the end of that, I was in the middle of writing that, I kind of learned this new shape. It's a major 7 shape. It's got a really beautiful tone to it. I love major 7 on the piano, but I didn't really know major 7 on the guitar, and I found this beautiful shape. And I believe that's a D major 7, if I'm not mistaken. And so whenever I would get done with that progression, come up here and I would just slide seamlessly into this little D major vamp. thought of that as the same song. I always felt like I was switching, going to the next exercise, trying some more shapes. And then that sound, I probably heard myself on recording, and it really kind of stuck with me. And I decided that that is going to be the song. I'm going to go from that one pattern right into this other pattern. And then it was just a matter of I definitely added an electric piano and some other stuff. I used pretty much scales for the electric piano and chords, and I just I remember waking up one day and playing that back, and there was an electric piano on my second keyboard, and I could identify the instrument, but I didn't really remember recording it. And it was really fascinating to me, and to me it came out as one of the better tracks on the album. And it was like mysterious because I didn't remember recording that. I didn't remember recording that electric piano part. But after mixing it and adding some reverb, I really liked that sound, and it became one of the better tracks on the album, one of the better guitar tracks on the album, I would say for sure. And now it's something I'm very proud of, and it's the third single on my album, from my album Liberated Dissonance, which is coming on August 13th. Also bear in mind that Prelude in B major is coming out July 30th, this Saturday, and I'm super excited about that. It should be the next day after you watch this. This is going to be released on Friday, and then my fourth single, Prelude in B major, will come out on the 30th, the next day, and that's my baby. I'm really excited about that one, really enthusiastic about that. And yeah, thank you guys for so much support. Comment, like, subscribe, you know what to do. Check me out on my hyperlink, my website, TikTok, Spotify, wherever, whatever your favorite platform is. I guarantee you can find me on there. So alright, so just a little update here. We got just another fantasy in the bag, and we modified the old recording just a tiny bit, and we're gonna go proceed with that old recording. And now we are recording, adding bass and electric guitar and organ to Fantasy of Dissonance. We just had one guitar, and it kind of sounded like a practice run before. And so now we're adding a thicker orchestration, more bigger arrangement, and then we might do a mix of oceanic transition because there's a part where it's kind of distorted, and I think the sound waves are too large. So we're just going to reverse amplify that a little bit, and yeah, that's what we got going on. That's the update for you guys. right, kids, I got Fantasy of Dissonance recorded and mixed again, and I sent it over to Miss Karina, and yeah, everything went well. I suffered 2 big setbacks this week, but now I'm back on track. I just had to do a lot of hard work, and now I'm back on track where I'm supposed to be. I think that might be it. I was excited to show you guys a little insight of what we're doing over here. And remember that Just Another Fantasy is out the 16th of July. And then Prelude in B major is coming out the 30th, which I'm really, really excited about. And then my album Liberated Dissonance is going to be coming out in August, so I'll definitely let you guys know and keep everybody in the loop. And yeah, check out my YouTube and Spotify. I should have my hyperlink in the description, and check out my stuff, see if you like it. A couple other things I wanted to mention for you guys is that Tara Martinez has done the video for my Prelude in B major, and it's worked out really well. But the single that will be released on Saturday, that video was done by Tara Martinez, and she comes from such a lovely family, and her brother is an extremely talented musician, and her mom is an extremely talented writer, and she is extremely talented in her own right, and they're just great friends of the family. They've been friends of mine for years, and I met them actually at a chess tournament, and my grandma bought one of her mom's books, Anthea's books, and they ended up meeting for coffee and discussing it, and they've just been really awesome friends for a long time. And so check out the description for links to all of their stuff. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. Hey guys, I just want you to let me know if this is something that you like, if you're into it, you want to see more videos like this, or if you'd rather see me videos of me busking or me editing or whatever. Just let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see.